What is going on, everybody? It is Lukey Boy. Today we're talking about security. Goddamn security with NFTs. What the hell? Why? Well, because I came back from Montenegro. This is one of my mini accounts, right? And actually, I didn't even really have much in here. I got literally 3 mints, which are worthless because they were like test 3 mints. Just wanted to play around. I went into activity and I was like, well, first I was like, where's my other NFT? And I saw this gas mask walker transferred to a random address. Doesn't exist. The address actually doesn't exist. I was like, what the f is going on here? So I was like, looking around, tracking it. I went into like the Etherscan like thing here, and I was like, what the hell? Like sale of one NFT for 0 ETH on OpenSea transferred. I was like doing this, and I was doing this, and I was like, I don't see shit. And like I went onto this address. I was like, okay, this address, you know, I'm basically showing you the process, right, in case you ever want to do this in the future. I went like this, and I was like, what is this address? And it comes up like empty or something. I was like, are they trading? No, like nothing in here, like no activity in this address at all. I was like, right, that's a dead end. Then I was like, I think I looked in here to see like, is there any like similar address? I can't believe I even did now. But anyway, ultimately it looks like it's been stolen. I don't know, stolen or hacked. I literally have no bloody idea how that even happened. And like, not only that, like my assets in my wallet, like the asset section, right, were fine. They were like in here. I got 67 cents. Woo. I had like some assets in here, like some other shit, and I was like, that's fine. So my MetaMask is cool, but clearly so the MetaMask was fine, but someone got access into this wallet, and I was like, all right. So potentially they got the password from something. I have no idea, right? But I'm just trying to like, think like, because you can log in if this isn't on a ledger, you can just log in on OpenSea with the login, but then you need the C phrase. This is the thing, I'm still trying to piece it together, and I don't know if I ever will. And ultimately, this NFT, can I click on it? Let's make sure is owned by a random wallet that doesn't even actually. I can't go on that wallet, and somehow they've actually transferred it out. Now you might think, well, how did that happen? Well, ultimately, no one knows. But the only way you can really avoid that is by putting it on a hardware wallet. So now I put every single one onto a hardware wallet, right? You click here, you can see H. Ledger. Oh, that's a do not use. That's ignore that. That doesn't exist. But ledger. I've got all these little ledger. Now, so that I basically have to use my ledger, but I won't get anything taken in the future because imagine if that was like a Bored Ape Yacht Club or something like that, right? Like it was only worth like a 0.1 ETH, which is still like I don't know, what is it worth? $180? I don't know. But if you start like to do this seriously over time, obviously if you had that like 6 times a year or 4 times a year. I've never had that before, to be fair. I don't know why, and it might be because my VA has access to this account, so now I've changed it so it's on the ledger. Before it had, you could log in. I could log in without the ledger, and she could log in without the ledger. But now I put everything on the ledger, so just so you can see what's going on. This is the ledger. If you haven't got one, you should get one. I can put a link in this video so you can actually see what the hell I've got. But basically it's this thing, and basically you plug it in with this USB, and then you connect it to your Ledger Live, and then you set it all up on here like a password and account and all that kind of thing. And then you can go ahead and just like connect your accounts. So you can go in here on the accounts that basically don't have anything, and you can connect hardware wallet, and then you can go ahead and do some bits. If you want a video for that to figure out like how I did that process, I can leave a link to like the tutorial video on like the step-by-step guide of like doing that, because you don't want to obviously get anything wrong, no problem. But ultimately that is the outcome of that. And the reason I did, I had those accounts like not on a ledger is because I wanted to use them as quick accounts, like burner accounts, almost like do 3 minutes, moves. If I make some money, I'm going to move it to another account. But obviously I had this NFT in here because I hadn't sold it yet, and I was holding it for some airdrops in the future, and I made some profit on one of the mints that this gave me, so kind of like offset the loss, I guess, with a bit of profit from the previous one that I got from actually having this. But then I lost this, so I don't really know how it actually happened because I've never had that before in that context. So someone's in theory just logged in and done that. But it's always worth buying a device. Like you can get 2 devices. You can get this device. This is the one which has like a bit more of an LED display, or you can actually get this device. Give me a sec. Which is like a little bit more like old-fashioned. There's buttons on the top here, so you can see here. Like it doesn't turn on unless you plug it in, and it's got buttons where you would like go through select things. So that's cheaper. I think it has less memory, so you can't store as much on it. And this one actually has like a battery on it, so you can, even though it's not plugged in, it's still like I can still log into it and stuff. And it's made out of like a metal, a bit more of a harder case, a bit more durable, with nice buttons. The other one's a bit more plasticky. Still does the same job, right? You probably. I thought about it like, get a slightly more premium one, because if I want to take it seriously, I want to be investing now rather than having to buy a better one later. And then you just spent even more money than you could have by getting one at the beginning that was a bit better. Can I get what I mean? Because the other one was released many years ago, so not to say it doesn't work, it doesn't get updates and stuff, because it does. But it's just something to bear in mind. I'll leave the link to the two below. There's no offers or anything. There might be at time, but I think it's pretty much standard, because there's not a huge amount of companies that do these. There's Trezor and there's Ledger. I always go for Ledger, just because I bought one originally and I love it, and it's perfect. There's no issues, and it does everything. Trezor is equally viable, but I do know that there has been a couple of issues sometimes with people connecting that Trezor to OpenSea and mucking around with that. I know the Ledger is perfectly simple, and there's an integration through MiniMask that literally allows you to select it and everything. So I've used that. That's just my personal choice. But yeah, something to bear in mind, because even though you're like refining your skills to offset any scams and like liabilities in that sense, it can still happen just randomly. Literally go, what the hell is that transfer? No idea how it really even happened, but it did. And so now you gotta step the game up a bit more and go, okay, it's a bit annoying having to plug in this thing every time you want to go on your watch list or something, but it's better than having something stolen from you, right? So I'm gonna leave the video there. Hopefully this has given you a little bit of an update and overview on that situation and how I feel about it. Any questions, let me know, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.